background. I want to do some mentions real quick since we're freestyling it. All Bruce Lee films, number one, are my top martial arts films of all time. I got a fucking Bruce Lee mannequin. I can drag it over here right now and show you life size.
Oh, don't do that shit to me because I do want to see that.
Yeah, no, me too.
All right, I'll bring it over in a second. Another one that's a great film, The House of Flying Daggers, Drunken Master. Drunken Master 2, Ip Man 1 and 2, The Last Dragon, The 36 Chambers, Shaolin, and Chocolate. I don't know if you ever seen Chocolate.
Oh man,
that's got some phenomenal.
That one, Chocolate. Yeah. I fucking fought my ass off to knock that off my 10.
Oh,
I love Chocolate. That is my fucking movie.
So like, there's that fight scene when they're on the side of the apartment complex, like battling on the ledges and the balconies and shit. And then if you watch the end of that film, they show you the motherfuckers taking the bumps because you're like, you just see someone fall 3 stories, fall on their back, and you're like, there's no whole fucking way they didn't get fucked up with that one. When you watch the end, after the end credits, you see the motherfuckers going to the hospital, man. They're getting wrecked on that. You know what I mean? It's like,
if I always said if there's like somebody who's upcoming and wanting to be a pro wrestler, like especially like lucha libre style, you can watch Chocolate and just watch her moves, watch the shit that she does, and you can take all those and turn them into your wrestling set. It fucking worked 100%.
You're good,
You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was my number 8, Jet Li Legend.
Fuck yeah, good shit.
Nice.
Press it on to Jump Steady.
Give it over to Jump.
All right. My number 8 is from 1981. If I could play the intro music of this, I would. I remember when I was in the Army going through basic training, one of the drill sergeants was playing it at night. I heard that shit drifting through the barracks, man. My karma went from like a 0. I was like in the dirt, like just having a hard time going through basic training, tired as fuck. I heard that intro music, the music to this kick in. My karma went to a 10. And it propelled me through the rest of my basic training. I was like, you know what? These motherfuckers are human just like me. They're fucking watching movies that I love. They're just people. They're not monsters. They try to portray themselves as monsters when you go through basic training. But they're people just like us, you know? Anyway, I'm not going to try to push this movie on y'all. This is just for me. I fucking love this film to death. Watch it over and over. I've watched it 100 times at least in my lifetime. I'm talking about John Carpenter's all-time, my favorite. And I love John Carpenter. There was a heyday. He had straight bangers, everything he was putting out. This movie, though, that's on my top 10, Escape from New York.
Oh, I knew it.
You know,
yeah.
Now, again, I don't know if this movie holds up to the test of time. If somebody watched it, if somebody watched it right now that's never seen it, I don't know if they would like it. There's so many things. There's so many things I love about this film. Let me just speak about a couple of them. First of all, it was the first time I've ever seen a gray character in a film. Like before this, it just seemed like every movie they were either a good guy or a bad guy. There wasn't really gray characters that are in the middle that are like they're not really good, but they're not really evil. They're somewhere in the middle. And Snake Plissken, the character in this film, he's very much out for himself. Like he's a badass. He's a criminal. He doesn't give a fuck. He's trying to survive. Hey, he'll help you if it warrants his own benefit, but he's not going to save your ass if it's going to be a risk to himself, you know? And so in the film, there's a scene where he's talking to this girl, you know, he's sharing a cigarette with her. They're hiding out because this gang is coming up from the sewers. They're like cannibals and they're roaming the streets. And so they're hiding out in this restaurant. All of a sudden they pop up through the floor, right? And they grab her. She grabs his gun. And if you look at the scene, he takes her hand, removes it off his gun, and starts to run. It just leaves her to die. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, when I seen that, I was like, what? I've never seen that. Like, he's supposed to be a fucking hero. Like, he's just saving his ass. He was just kicking it with her. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's got one of the best endings of any film ever. I don't know if you remember the ending, but he's got, you know, the best ending. I'm not even going to spoil it, man. You just got to watch the film. But I mean, Lightning in a the whole premise of the film is it's in the future. they've taken Manhattan and basically put a wall around all of Manhattan and turned it into a maximum security prison.
Right.
When you fuck up, they drop your ass in the prison and you never come out. So it's so dope, the premise of that, because it's complete anarchy. It's basically a city ran by fucking criminals. You know what I mean? And you're not coming back out. They don't give a fuck what happens in there. You're just not coming. They're not going to kill you, but hey, you're just in there and that's it. And so the president plane goes down by a group of terrorists right in the middle of the fucking place. And they send in Snake Plissken basically undercover. Hey, if you can get out the president, if you can go in there and work your magic, get out the president, your criminal record is wiped clean. How fucking dope is that?
Yeah,
the premise of a movie.
And he's got the timer, right?
Yeah, he's got the timer. He's got a time limit, or the explosives are going to go off inside of him. You know, they inject them with the explosives, which are going to open up his carotid arteries and fucking instantly kill him. So he's on a time limit. He can't fuck around. He's going to go all out, do everything he can to fucking save the president, save his ass. You know what I mean?
Wasn't the president played by Donald Pleasance?
I think so.
Which is
the bald guy. Yeah.
I'm not sure who the actor was. Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
That's the guy in Halloween, right?
Yeah.
That is actually
the guy from Halloween. That's the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Escape is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I think the soundtrack on that thing is fucking dope. If you got that shit on vinyl and you drop that needle on it, let that shit, bro. That shit is legit.
And John Carpenter did the music back then. He did all the music for all his movies. Shit. So anyway, John Carpenter, he did Halloween, The Fog, Assault on Precinct 13. They Live, Prince of Darkness, Dark Star, The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, just to name a few. There was a period of time where everything he did was straight fire. And in my opinion, Escape from New York was the best, the cream of the crop, if you will, the John Carpenter films, the best of the best. Don't watch Escape from LA. That movie was fucking garbage.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
It came out a lot later. The magic was gone. I'm sorry, man, but he lost the magic.
You know what? It was, but I still enjoyed it because it was the return of Snake Plissken to screen. Even though you know that dope scene where they're surfing?
Yeah.
He surfs right in the back of the car. Come on, that shit was ridiculous, man. Yeah.
Was that still Carpenter or no? Because he was.
I think it was. Yeah.
Because he was throwing some pretty bad stuff from it.
He lost it though. He can't. He doesn't do good films anymore. You know.
That Ghost of Mars was terrible.
Yeah, a period of time in the 80s, like he was killing it though. Everything he put out was fire.
Just the cast alone, bro. You had fucking Isaac Hayes in that motherfucker.
Yeah, he did. Yep. Lee Van Cleef was in it.
Girl that was in all the B horror movies. That had always had her chest out. You know what I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about.
The Brains girl, and then of course at the time I didn't know who he was because I didn't know like old school like wrestling like that. You know, I mean, of course I knew Ric Flair and all them cats like that, JYD and everything like that. But in that one scene, that's Ox Baker. You know what I'm talking
about? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he goes up against the spike bat.
Baker
he goes to war with them, the spike bats. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. He gets the spike bat stuck in the back of his head, and the bat's just sticking there.
And they all got quiet and shit. They were all like, "What the hell just happened?" You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Ash, you're pretty quiet, brother. Did you see the movie?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, fuck yeah. It's just been a long fucking time though.
What's your thoughts?
On what? Escape from
the
New
movie.
No, it's because I'm just thinking about I'm just really thinking about old school movies like that feeling. Like I think Cyborg kind of has that feeling. You know what I'm saying? And Arnold Schwarzenegger has one too. Which one is it?
That's old school like that?
Yeah, where his head blows up and shit, remember?
Running Man?
Oh no, you're talking about Total Recall.
There you go. Those two, like I have.
Oh yeah, Total Recall. No shit.
Yeah, that all those have like that cool feeling that those movies used to have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see,
this
I
this
think
to me though,
at the same time right now.
This one,
hold up.
What happened?
So Jump Steady, you really think that one is better than The Thing as far as John Carpenter movies?
You know, the thing is good. Like it definitely is. 100%. I love this one a lot more than The Thing. Like I just watched The Thing. It was on its like 30th anniversary or something. I just went to the theater and watched it like 3 months ago or whatever.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
And I super enjoy The Thing. Don't get me wrong. Escape from New York, again, I'm not trying to push it on anybody. I love this film to the fucking core. Like there's something about when he first comes into the city and he's walking through the streets and all the fucking lights are out, like everything is fucking dark. It's just anarchy. Yeah. You see people running by and they play that like music like doo, 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 as they're running by. And it's just like, man, you just put yourself in that scene and you're like, what the fuck would I do to survive? If I was put in this prison like this, what the fuck would I do? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of tactics would you pull to survive? You know, you can't help but put yourself there. The imagination is through the roof with this film. Like, it just takes you to a whole nother area. You're not in your living room anymore at all. You're totally submerged in the film, totally loving it, man. Like this, The Thing is cool, but I can't watch The Thing over and over and over and over again, right? I watch The Thing like every 5 years. I might watch it. This movie, I can watch it every time. Anytime you want to watch Escape from New York, just say the word and we're watching that video. You know what I mean? Yeah, immediately.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I do gotta say though, but I guess they don't matter.
Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption is better than that movie though, you don't think?
What?
Okay, Shawshank Redemption better than Escape from New York?
Yeah.
Yes. On paper, 100%. Like, I agree with that statement, 100%. For me, no.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Escape from New York is more impactful, more powerful. It's reminiscent, again, it's nostalgic for me, right? So that's why this movie trumps that on my list. And I get it. It makes no sense because you're like, whoa, Shawshank Redemption, man, that's like a fucking classic. Like, if you were to ask 100 people, what's the better movie? 99 of them would say Shawshank Redemption. Right. The one that won it would be me. Okay. To me, Escape from New York is better.
And Manny.
Check this out. I've never seen Shawshank.
Dude.
I've never seen it.
What a fucking treat, man. Like
I've never seen that shit.
Write that shit.
I always put it on my shit to watch though, and it just never happens. But I've never seen
it. It is a great fucking film, and it's in my 11 to 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gave it as a shout out at the beginning.
Look,
it's in my 11 to 20 range.
I'm kind of jealous because you're gonna get to watch it like brand new.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Like, fuck, bro.
And here's the other thing. I don't know shit about it except for the actors on the cover.
Oh, dude, just fucking wait, bro.
I don't know about it.
Don't watch a trailer. Don't watch nothing.
I've never seen shit of it. I have no idea what it's about.
Just sit down on a night when you got the time soon. I'm talking in the next week. Fucking watch that shit, man. As soon as you have any free time, sit down, watch that shit. Treat yourself.
I'm doing this.
All right.
I'm doing this.
So
all right.
My turn, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Number 8. I got fucking Edward Scissorhands, bro.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
That movie is beautiful, man. It's
beautiful. Yeah, it is. That's a great film.
Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, okay.
You hit me out of nowhere from that one. Like that one caught me.
Like, dude, from the beginning, I remember watching it for the first time, and from the beginning to the end, I was just like, "What the fuck?" I was a kid, you know what I mean? Like when he's chilling, like with just his hands and shit. Like,
bro,
he didn't have a
body. That shit will make you cry, man, at the end of that film.
And then even at the end, bro, how it explains snowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's telling the story. That's what I'm saying.
It even like how he keeps cutting himself and shit.
Yeah.
You feel bad for him and you're like, damn, that must suck. And then he starts puncturing the waterbed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's one of those movies, like, where the fuck did he get this from?
Yeah.
Like, how was he writing this shit down? Because this shit is crazy. Like this shit is dope. You know what I mean?
So Tim Burton, right, is another one of those directors where everything he touched, it was just straight fire. Like every movie he put out, there's a whole string of fucking classics that he put out that are all like favorites. Like he's one of those directors where you'll see a movie just because he directed it and put it together, produced it.
100%.
Yeah, but Edward Scissorhands, I'm with you on that one. I totally see that as being in the top 10.
You got Johnny Depp kicking ass. You got Winona on that shit. Winona Ryder.
Winona, yes.
Winona.
Yo, but oh, what's up, man?
It's so different because like the way they portray people going to work, like working in the suburbs, you see all the cars taking off at the same time.
Yeah.
It's so creative. Everybody comes back at the same time. You know, it's just like it's so creative the way they shot that and portrayed like the town and everything. It's just wonderful. It's so creative. It's so different.
I love how they got the nosy ass chismosa neighbors. All trying to figure out what the fuck's going on in the neighborhood.
Bro.
I love that shit.
The church lady.
Yeah, the church lady.
I fucking love that shit. God damn, they got her good because she looks evil. You know what I mean?
All I gotta do is I gotta point out. This is the second Johnny Depp movie that your brother picked, man.
All right.
I think you might have a man crush for Johnny Depp.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that one.
No, hold on. Hold the fuck up, Manny.
He's a fucking Manny. You just fucked it up. All the next ones are all the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Your Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, this is crazy, dude. I actually took off Donnie Brasco because of what Manny just said.
See?
Oh, Al Pacino, fucking Johnny Depp. That's a great film. That's a great film. I just hate that he sells them out in the end, man. Oh,
exactly. Yeah,
it's so sad, man.
If you guys have Donnie Brasco, watch
you know how many lines from Donnie Brasco I use till this day on a fucking daily? In life.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
It's a fugazi. It's a fugazi. You got a girlfriend? Give it to her.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You want to be a dumpski?
Beautiful thing.
You call me a dumpski?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, man. So I guess it's my turn for my number 7, right?
7.
Siete for Manny.
Here we go. Number 7.
The Vow 2.
The whole.
The vows. Instead of alien, you know, it's aliens. This is vows.
When they rebound, oh shit! Don't put it.
Bro, did you hear him?
No.
You, Manny, you said the rebound.
Yeah, the rebound.
Renewal of the vow.
Oh, God damn it, Manny.
Check it out. This is the whole series. This is the whole whatever you want to call it, except it
franchise. Call it the franchise.
It had a chance to be a really good story, and I think whoever directed it, somebody fucked up. Somebody dropped the ball somewhere, some way on number 5 on this move on this series.
Number 5? There's 5 of them?
No, there's more than that. You know what I'm saying?
So Rocky
with the whole Rocky. The whole
I called it.
Let's go, Rocky.
Yeah. With all Rocky except for number 5, bro.
I hear you on that one.
It could have been good. And I know they had old boy pretending to be Don King and shit like that, but it just didn't do it, man. It just didn't do it for me, man. You know what I'm saying? But up until that, and then after that, and then I'm including the Creed series off of that because of
that's good shit.
Apollo Creed. Good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, that's my number 7, man. The Rocky series.
You know what, Manny? To me, the Rocky movies is fucking life, man. And like the first one, like for example, my son, right? My son's first time witnessing anything Rocky was Creed with Adonis. When you talk to him about Rocky, he brings up Adonis, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, right? And I was like, all right. I was like, all right. Well, I'm gonna take. We're gonna watch all the Rockies, right? Because that's when the third Creed was coming out. We sat there and like what in a week we just watched them all. All we did was watch Rocky. At the end of it all, I told him, which one did you like the best? You know what he said? He said one. He said Rocky one. Oh, and I was like, damn, bro, like you really watch fucking movies. And he started breaking the movie down on why. You know what I mean? And there's one scene in Rocky that I don't think people realize, unless they do. I don't know, because I see it this way. But you know when Mick goes to talk to him about being in his corner, to being his man.
Yeah, of course.
And then Rocky's like, the hell with you. Where was my locker? Whatever.
Yep.
Right? You know what I mean? And then Mick leaves. You know how he runs out and goes and gets him? They could have easily filmed that shit where it goes to Mick as he's walking, camera in front, and then back to Rocky running at him. They could have done it that way, but the scene doesn't need it because it's that strong. Where it's just one camera from far away, one shot of Rocky running up to Mick, and bringing him back. And you just know, you feel it, and you know what the fuck just went down, right? And I'm telling you, that could have been flipped so many different ways, and maybe it could have made it better. I don't know, but man, that Rocky 1 is the shit, man.
Fuck yeah, he's in the fucking locker room. He's in the fucking meat factory, punching fucking half cows and shit, breaking ribs. And Paulie, you're breaking the ribs. You're breaking the ribs.
Fucking Paulie.
Yo, but you know what, Manny? I gotta say, I didn't have a big problem with 5. It's not the best, but I don't mind it, man. I like it. That's weird.
Yeah, I like it too.
What?
Great shit, but I like it.
Yeah, dude.
And like I says, man, I just think it could have been better.
Oh, of course.
It could have been a lot, but compared to all the other ones, you know what I'm saying? 1 through 4, and then after that, you got Rocky, you got Balboa, you know what I'm saying? And then it goes into the Creed saga, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's just that number 5 it didn't do it for me, man. So I had to exclude that one out the list.
Right,
you know
right.
What I'm saying?
Well, right.
But,
hey, I'm with Rocky. I'm with Rocky, man. That's top level shit for me right there.
See? Now I redeemed myself, Jump Steady.
Look, Manny. Rocky is in my honorable mentions that I didn't want to say because I feel like
all right, here you go. I'm gonna kick it off to KFT.
Real quick. I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm just gonna throw it out there. We don't have to comment or debate. I enjoy Rambo better than Rocky. I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah.
I don't know about that one, Jump. I don't know about that one, Jump.
I fucking love Rambo. Hey, he's like telling the story, and he's like, man, we're bringing in these guys from this jurisdiction, What do you think about that? And the colonel's looking at him. He's like, I'm thinking you're going to need some more body bags. Look, one of the best lines in the film ever.
First Blood is for sure one of the greatest movies ever fucking made.
I love it, man. Because he's just trying to come in. Look, he's trying to come in. The cop sees him, just instantly, hey, this guy's trouble. I don't want him in my town. Fucking superstars breaking his fucking balls and just treating him like shit. And this is a war vet, and he's unstable to begin with, and he ain't taking no shit, man. He's not taking no shit, and all hell breaks loose. They fuck with the wrong guy, and you live vicariously through that character, man. Because we've all been there. We've all taken shit, been on the brute end of the law, like just giving you shit for no reason, and you live vicariously through that character. You're like, fuck yeah, man. Fight back. Don't take no shit. They want to keep pushing, you push back. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love Rambo, man. Like,
man, the ending of First Blood 2, that speech he throws out at the end, man, that shit's like fucking one of the most powerful scenes ever.
Hell yeah, when he breaks down to
the
colonel.
Anyway, let's continue on. I didn't mean to go on a tangent. But it was the first time I've seen in a film motherfuckers popping out of the ground and shit, taking motherfuckers out, stealth tactics, like all camouflage the fuck out. I had never seen that. That was the first movie I seen that. Man, I was like, one motherfucking ninja taking out hundreds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're along for the fucking ride, man.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Anyway.
All right, here we go. Number 7 for me, I got Ong Bak.
Damn.
Oh, you come over with the martial arts, okay?
Yeah. So this was weird as hell. Like, we grew up watching a lot of Van Damme because, of course, he was the hot shit in the 90s, right? And those were the movies. Without even knowing, as a kid, like, I didn't know what Muay Thai was, right? But Van Damme used Muay Thai, so even as a kid, that's the way that I would fuck. If I fought a little kid, man, I'm clinching and I'm throwing knees. You know what I mean? I'm throwing elbows. But I never knew it was a fighting style until I got older, and then I connected Muay Thai to Van Damme, and I'm like, this motherfucker fights Muay Thai. But I of course I love the way Van Damme uses it and all that, but I never saw it used in a movie the way that you could actually take the style of Muay Thai with the elbows, the jumping knees and shit like that until Ong Bak showed up. And man, the first time I seen Ong Bak, it looked so original. And the way that they took Muay Thai fighting, which is my favorite, like the flying knee to Nathan Jones and all that shit, the elbows, you know, the way that the dude was dressed with the shorts and the bands and the monk call and all that shit. Man, to me, Ong Bak is on a whole nother level of martial arts movies, and I think it doesn't get the respect it deserves. I think it should be way higher on people.
It's incredible.
And it's
incredible.
It's so fucking badass, and Tony Jaa's the shit in it. Like,
I mean, the way he's using the elbows and the fucking knees, and just that close in fucking fighting, man. It's just phenomenal, man.
And not only that, he choreographed Muay Thai for movie style in a way that nobody had ever done.
He made it look pretty, man, and it made it look fresh, bro. Remember that one scene where that dude's on the table looking for him, and he fucking runs at him, and when he hits him off the table, he poses right away. Like,
yep.
I'm like, fuck, that blew my mind, bro, when I seen it.
Like, and you know what? That movie, first time I saw that movie, it wasn't even subtitled. It was in Thai.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? I was like, I think I know what they're saying. I think I got this. I didn't even give a fuck, man. I watched a straight. I don't know if it was a bootleg or if it was a real shit from Thailand. I don't know what their DVD packaging looks like. It looked like a bootleg, right? Mm-hmm. But we got that. A friend had it, and he's like, I just got this from whatever. And I was like, what is it? And it had this fool, and I love Muay Thai, right? And I was like, pop that shit in. Man, I'm telling you, it's what I always wanted in a martial arts movie.
Yeah, bro.
What Ong Bak
now, I'm curious if the Raid and the Raid 2 are on that list, on your list higher up, man. I'm wondering right now. I'm just saying.
Ong Bak, after watching Ong Bak, I went down the rabbit hole, right? And that's how I caught on to Chocolate. And I'm telling you, Chocolate was really fucking close on being on my list. And I felt like a punk pushing it out, but I was like, yo, I got Ong Bak.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got Ong Bak. But yeah, if you've never seen it, it's Tony Jaa. It is older now, right? It's older, right?
Yeah. Good. It's still fire, man. It's you couldn't tell. It could have came out this year for all you know. When you watch it, it don't look old.
But yeah, Ong Bak is a shit. Tony Jaa, check that shit out. Have you seen it, Manny?
No.
Woo,
did
man.
It come out? Did it come out before Kickboxer?
No, it came out
way after.
Thousands.
It came out way after Kickboxer?
Way after. The dude is in Expendables. He's in Fast and Furious. He's been in other shit on.
Yeah, fuck yeah. He kind of looks like Hoovy.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Hoovy.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Hoovy.
Look, Manny. I know that I see it different because how much I love Muay Thai, right? Yeah. I know, but just what you guys told me, I'm jealous that you get to watch that for the first time, man.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Like, it's fucking dope, man. I'm telling you, I don't even know what to say. Words fail me right now.
For real, Manny. Ong Bak.
Ong Bak.
Ong Bak.
ONGBAK.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm passing.
I think I'm. All right. This next film came out in 1993.
Ooh.
It is a sleeper film. Not a lot of people know about it. How I even came to see this film was I was at Blockbusters. Okay, it's old school. I was at Blockbusters randomly picking out a film, and I don't remember exactly who I was with. I was with a couple of my friends, and we were like, "Oh, this looks dope. Let's check it out." Took it home, blew me the fuck away. I never stopped talking about this film to this day. There's other people that feel the same way that I do about this film, because when you meet somebody in life and they know about this film and they love this film, bam, you got an instant connection with that motherfucker. And you're just talking up a storm about how dope this film is. I'm going to, like, when I watched the film, I watched it so many times that I know pretty much the whole film by heart, like the words of the film. And I'm gonna kick you a couple of the fucking lines of the film just to test y'all.
All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. You said 93. You said
hey, Cinderella. Oh, here it is. Hey, Cinderella, find yourself a Bella. The clock is ticking, bitch, and it's almost midnight. You got the wrong man. Because we're from East Los, SA. We come out chased by hounds. Vatos locos forever.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Hell yeah.
I didn't think that would be on your list, bro. I didn't think that's
because I'm white on the outside, but brown on the inside. Use me. Use this. Come on, man.
No, you know what?
I'm in shock right now.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I'm talking about Blood In, Blood Out. One of the greatest fucking films ever fucking made. We're talking about a movie that could never be filmed. To this day, you will never see this again because they went to San Quentin to film the prison scenes. Those motherfuckers in the background are not actors. Those are actual prisoners in the fucking movie. Hundreds and hundreds of them. Working out in the yard, fucking looking hard as fuck, you know? Okay, now this is ultimately a movie about two stepbrothers and a cousin. They come together. They start out in their youth when they're teenagers, just having fun, trying to live their life, man. Shit spirals out of control. They ended up on going on 3 different paths, right? So when you're watching this movie, you're watching 3 different stories unfolding and how they, when they were brothers, how they ultimately start clashing together. And what that means, it's about honor, it's about family, it's about love, it's about so much. You go on a roller coaster ride with this film. And I always, when anytime anybody ever asks me, what's a great film? Blood In, Blood Out. I always say it because nobody ever fucking heard of the film to begin with. Like most people have never heard of this, right? So I'm like, hey, Blood In, Blood Out, watch this film. Now, there's the gang, it's a fictional gang in the movie they called La Onda, right? La Onda. So that's a term that Psychopathic we've been using since day one, man, since we began Psychopathic, because in the movie that they describe what La Onda means is a destiny. It's like a force, a wave of destiny that can't be stopped. And it talks about it, they're all in, it's all or nothing, right? Like all or nothing. That's like their motto for the gang, right? And so we took that and we used that for Psychopathic. We're always like La Onda, all or nothing. Like we're going all in. We're giving it 100%. We're gonna get it all or get nothing. Fucking to the fucking max all the time, full acceleration. And we took that inspiration from this movie because we all love this movie, not just me, Joe and Joey. Everybody, I've turned this movie on to everybody I fucking know, and I love it. A couple mentions. I want to give a shout out to Nene, who Misery, who's my brother-in-law. He fucking loves this movie, and also Rudy Hill is another one. And like whenever I'm talking to those motherfuckers, we always like kick fucking lines from the movies just to like fuck with it. You know, you're on the phone, you just kick lines from the movie all the time because we've seen it so many fucking countless times.
Hell yeah,
we love it.
Well,
anyway, go ahead.
I know that Ash and Manny want to say something, but let me just start this off. That
go for it, man.
That when we first started Talks Hit, that's all it fucking was us talking about Blood In, Blood Out. That's all it was.
It was.
Right?
It was,
that's all we were doing, wanted to do, and it just never got old. Like no matter what, we'd be like, so what'd you do this weekend? and we'd end up talking about Popeye fucking doing calling in the fucking whatever on Miklo, and he lost his leg.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we're like, that's all. That's all we were about. You know what I mean?
Look, the end of that film, there is no greater ending to any film, in my opinion. When he turns it all fucking around, you know what I mean? And he pulls that fucking move. You never see it coming. I almost don't want to spoil it, you know, just for the people that haven't seen it. But the end of the film, Miklo ended up being the fucking beast in the end. Like, he's the only one that he fell off the rails and he never came back. You know what I mean? Because the cards that were dealt to him, like, you know, him taking the fall with the shooting and everything, and he never comes back, but he goes all in. He goes all in on the gang shit.
I can hear the point music as you speak.
Yeah, me too.
I can hear the music.
But you're like, you don't see it coming, and when it comes, man, you're like, what the fuck? He's that gangster. He's that fucking gangster. And what are they trying to do? They're trying to separate us, but we're going to turn that shit around. We're going to start our own chapters. Even at the end, he's still gangster as fuck, man. We're going to take it higher. You know what I mean? You're just like, what the fuck?
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
But,
and just like,
you'll never guess, bro. We were honored. We had Popeye on the show. We interviewed him.
Oh man,
I swear to God, it was so
cool. Tell him what Popeye did to me.
Huh?
Tell him what Popeye did to me.
Oh, so check it out. Right before we got to the end. Well, first when I got on a little bit later. And they said, well, who's on? And all of a sudden he was just like, some big scary dude just got on. And then I was like, how you doing, sir? I'm Manny Fresh, you know, pleased to meet you, and this and that. He's like, oh, okay, how you doing, man? Good to meet you, brother, this and that. So anyways, at the end of the interview, he ends it like this. He ends it with, he said, hey, Manny, he says, is it me or does KFT look a little bow-legged to me? Look bow-legged to you? And we were like, oh,
it's because what happened is his computer fucked up, and I was like, cool, I need to take a piss. So I got up to take a piss, and when I came back, he hit that line on me, and I was like, damn. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe he just did that shit to me. I was like,
man, yeah. I don't remember what episode it is, but we'll probably put it in the description in this one, and you go back and take a look at that interview. But
you know what?
That was awesome, man.
Before you guys hopped on, me and Ash were talking about this fucking movie. Like straight up. We were just talking about how Benjamin Bratt doesn't really like push it. He went more Hollywood and shit. And we were just talking about this shit.
Man,
like,
look.
Man,
anyway, you will never. Oh, go ahead.
No, go for it, man. Go for it.
You will never see a movie like this again. Like it's too you'll never see like what they do nowadays is they'll film the prison scene, right? But the actors will be in the studio and then they'll just use B-roll of like the prison yard and shit like that. They don't actually put the actors in the fucking film. This guy, the director, right? He wanted it to be authentic. He wanted them to feel the shit, like be in the prison. Like he went and he was shocked because he went up to the I've watched a bunch of documentaries on this film. Like any chance I get, if I see a new one, there's one that Miklo did that the actor, you know, he did a whole thing on it. And basically the director just went up to the warden and said, hey, this is what we're doing. We want to film it. The warden said, let me look at the script. Gave him the script. He was shocked when the warden was like, yeah, okay, come out and film it. You know, showing all the violence in the fucking prison and everything that goes down. The warden was just about it. That will never happen again. You know what I mean? So this movie is a treasure, and it deserved to be treated as such. Like, you know how they have that, I forget what it's called, but when they take a movie and they archive it as one of the great treasures, like Wizard of Oz and all, they need to archive this film because it will never happen again. You know what I'm saying?
They definitely,
man. Definitely. Yeah. And then I remember watching an interview, I believe it was with Danny Trejo, and he had said that they had to have all the people sign waivers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in case somebody got fucked up or killed.
Yeah, fucked up or held hostage or whatever, that they do not negotiate with like terrorists and this and that.
Yeah.
Like, damn, man, it was some real shit. So yeah,
you know
man,
the journey that movie takes you through, because at the end when you're done, it feels like you watched like 5 fucking movies, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's how like it switches, right? But it's just perfect. You don't ever feel like it's too much.
Beyond what happens at the prison ending, right? When you see the 2 stepbrothers at the end of the film and they're looking at the graffiti on the wall and they're like, that shit is untouched, man. That's respect, And then they start talking and he's telling him that this all started with you, man. When you were, he was following you. He was inspired by you. And he's like thinking about it. He's like, damn, you're right. You know what I mean? He's trying to be a badass cop. And when we just really start reflecting back, it's like he kind of triggered the whole thing. And then he's like, no, man, but let that shit go, man. You don't control destiny, and just boom. And then they're just like, just happy in the end. And it feels like you feel the tension break. And he's finally forgiven him for what happened, with the drug overdose and everything. And it's like forgiveness. And it's like life continues on, right? That's what you get from the film. It's like you have all this shit happen, this tragedy, people coming and going out of your life, conflict. But in the end, man, family is so fucking important. Like, you know what I mean? You got to come together. You got to forgive and move on. And that's what I got from that film. It's like, and that's what he was saying. Even Miklo, man, that's your fucking brother, no matter what. You know what I mean? It's just like, this movie is a 20 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of the greatest films and will always be in my top 10. It'll never fall out. I've seen it over 100 times. That's no exaggeration. That's no exaggeration, man.
Yo,
I fucking love it.
Look, I hate to go off on the movie. Or go ahead, Ash.
Like, let's just move on for now, because I'm pretty sure everyone's got this fucking shit. And I knew Blood In, Blood Out was gonna hijack this episode, bro. I fucking
you know what? I didn't put it on my list because of that too. I'm not gonna. Yeah, but let's give it up to Bound by Honor, Blood In, Blood Out, man. A fucking
knife, man.
You know
what I mean? Hell yeah.
All right, let me go. What are we? Number 7, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Terminator 2, bro. Terminator 2.
Hell yeah.
That movie is just fucking perfection, man. From the beginning and everything. Like, God, man, T-1000 and shit. Dude, everything about it. When you know what I'm saying? Like when he goes in the bar and fucks that dude up for his clothes and shit.
Right, yep.
And then the cigar, when you know what I'm saying? Fucking movie, man.
To be honest, there's 3 movies in the world that like for sure make me cry when I watch them. T2 is one of them, and it's at the end when he has to, like, when he's going in the lava, because he had no father and he had nobody to look up to that. And all he had was this fucking machine that's not even a living human being thing, whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
Right.
When he's going down, John's yelling at him like, don't do this shit, bro. You don't have to, because you're the only one I got. And man, as a kid, I would sit there like, bro, he can make it work. He can make it work. He doesn't have to do that shit because they already know about him, whatever the fuck. But that movie hits me hard at the end. With John Connor and all that, like that whole whatever. But like you said, Ash, man, like that movie holds up to this day. Am I right or wrong?
But what about the other ones? Yes. My question: what about the other ones? What about part 1, bro?
Without, no, definitely.
Part 1 is the shit, but come on, T2.
This T2, man. I don't know, man. Sarah Connor and shit.
That's a crossover too, right? That's a crossover. There was, right? You guys both had that on your list.
No. Man, did you have it on there?
No, mine wasn't.
No, it was honorable mentions.
Yeah, I had it on honorable.
Oh, the honorable. Yeah. I remember you said it, so I was like, all right.
But yeah, I don't know. T2 top level shit.
Like even like at the night shots when they're shooting at night, I love that blue light that they got. I don't know what it is. I've always loved that shit. In the 90s, they used to use that shit a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying, in action movies.
And you got that guy like morphing in this shit. Like you never seen that in a movie. You never seen that shit in a movie. So you were like, it just was like imagination through the roof, man. You're like and that scene when they're on the motorcycle, right? They're on the motorcycle and the truck's chasing them and shit. Exactly. I mean, that's some great fucking visuals right there. You're like,
the way he spins that shotgun.
Oh, dude, boom. Yes.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I forgot about that freshness.
Oh man.
You know what? I raised my kids on Terminator 2, man. Since they were little, I'm like, you got to know what the fuck this is, right? Sometimes when they wouldn't listen, remember at the end when T-1000 stabs Connor?
Yeah.
I'd pin my kids against the wall, and I start shoving my finger, and I tell them, call to John. And they're like, oh, I used to do that shit to them.
So I have Terminator 2 on my list. It's number 35. It didn't make my top 10, but I'm telling you, I've seen thousands of movies. That's very high for me.
Exactly, man. That's how
I'm right there with you on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Terminator 2, and like what Manny said, Manny, of course, the new Terminator, I liked it a lot. The one that was the Mexican chick, right?
Yeah.
That one was fresh too. You know what I mean? Even oh no, this is the one where he came back on when they did the CGI Arnold. Is that what that was this one, right?
No, that one was with that one that you're talking about is with
asshole, what's his name? Christian.
His name? The dude he played John Connor, and that was the dude from the Dark Knight series. He was Batman. What's his name?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. That's when Christian Bale was
that's a good
one, Manny.
That was all you know, where they made Arnie look young and shit, and all fucking jacked.
No, because remember when he shows up old and they're like, why do you look old if you're a machine? And he's like, we were made to age, so we fit in. And then he goes back and he's waiting for himself. Remember that shit? So
but that's a different one.
Yeah, but that's the one Ash is saying that's the new one.
Right.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I'm talking about Yeah. Because this one, he ended up killing John Connor later on the beach. He shot him in the chest with the gauge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's why Sarah's trying to hunt him down and shit like that. You know what I mean? But
I do like them all, whether they're great or not. But T2 to me, that's it right there, man. Lives forever, straight up.
But all right, man, I'm gonna hand it over to you, brother.
Number 6. All right, here we go.
Number 6.
Oh, sorry.
6.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jump. What were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, okay. Check it out. Here we go. Number 6. And I hate to do it again, bro, but I love my franchises, bro. I just can't help it.
No, you're good. Yeah.
I gotta go with Alien.
Nice.
All the aliens,
yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
Especially part 2. Especially fucking part 2, man.
It's game over, man. It's game over.
Did you ever play the game when you die? It says that shit. Did you ever play you play the game and then you die and it's like it's game over, man. You're like,
they're all around us, man. They're everywhere.
And then he's like, then when they're like, he's like, man, they're all around us. And he was just like, what are we gonna do? And he was like, this little girl made it this long with no weapons and no military training. And then he was like, well, why don't you put her in charge then?
So great, man.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
When they're standing there and you see all those blips start appearing in a 360, one of the greatest cinematic scenes of all time. That whole fucking scene right there. You get chills like, oh shit. Like you're fucking there in the film, man. It's great.
They all start popping up shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And they're military. They're like military. So you watch the first one, they're struggling against one fucking alien. But these guys are like tried and true battle trained fucking soldiers. So you're like, yeah, all right, they got the fucking equipment, they got the gear, they got the training. This is about to be on. You know what I mean? Exactly. So you're just hyped. You know, I mean, it's fucking beautiful.
And then you go from number 2, you go to number 3 with The Rock with the glasses. The black guy with glasses. He used to be on. He had his own TV show for a while when they were prisoners and they were stuck. And then she had the queen in her chest. Yeah. Remember that one?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I marathoned all the Alien movies.
Yeah.
Like, we just watched them all in one day, just back to back.
It's fucking great, bro. They just went. It got better and better and better and better. You know,
I don't know, Manny.
The prequels.
I don't like. I like them. I watch them, but after Aliens, I think they start falling apart really, really bad. I think Resurrection was horrible. I do like the prequels though, Prometheus and what the fuck's the other one? Covenant.
Yep.
It's Prometheus, Covenant, right?
I like them all. I like them all, but I agree. 1 and 2 for sure are the best. You know,
number 1 is probably like one of the greatest movies ever fucking made for what it did. Like the way everything looks. The Alien, like as far as like horror, all that, like number 1 is top level fucking movie. It's actually a better movie than 2, right? But 2 is my favorite because it's got more aliens. You got the Marines in there, you know what I mean? You got all the shit. But Alien, bro, that movie's on a whole nother level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
I agree with you on that one.
Holy shit.
I agree. Like Aliens 2, you can watch, you know, way more than Aliens 1. Yeah. Alien 1 is it's probably the better film. I agree with that. But Aliens 2 is so entertaining beginning to end. There's no slow points. You're just fucking the pace of the movie is so beautiful that you're just in it from beginning to end. You can watch it over and over and won't get tired of it. And that's also one of the nerdy fan favorites. Like, I'm a nerd. Fucking pretty much any nerd loves Aliens, the movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And then that one introduced us to the Queen, which, man, the first time you see the Queen alien, you're like, what the fuck is this shit? And you got Ripley in the motor. Come on, man. Come on. That shit's
heat. Then, like I said, it also goes to the crossover with them and Predator.
Right.
With
fuck
Aliens versus Predators. You know what I'm saying? That just went crazy. You know what I'm saying? When they came out with that, and oh man, that was the shit.
Yeah, that was cool as fuck, huh?
Yeah, man. For them to put them two together,
right,
and they have their own little franchise thing going, that it was just, that's what I'm saying. Like it goes hand in hand with Predator. You know what I'm saying? But I just put it a little bit more ahead. It had to be my number 6. So yeah, man.
Look, I'm gonna shut up about aliens because I'm actually like an alien fucking nerd. You can get down to fucking details. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, I ask Ash. Am I right or wrong, Ash? Like, name the aliens from whatever to how they whatever. Trust me. So I'm gonna do you guys a favor and just shut the fuck up on this one.
Yeah, dude.
All right, man.
I even got walls of the figures, and trust me, man. Trust me. I go hard on the aliens, man. I love it.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
One of my favorites.
All right, here we go. KFT number 6, baby.
All right, number 6. Number 6. I'm gonna hit it with the comic book, man. I gotta go with Infinity War. I know that's newer, but to me, Infinity War is the greatest comic book movie ever made, period.
I agree with that.
There's just no way you could top that as a comic book movie. Like, it has everything you want. You feel it all. It's just, man, what a fucking movie. Like, I've never been like so happy but yet so devastated at a movie theater like that, like to be there and whatever, because of how big the movie is, and just to see like just all of them together. My only beef with it is no Green Hulk.
Yeah, definitely.
When he gets whooped up, right?
You know, it was wonderful how it felt like all the other movies that came out before it were all building to this. This was the WrestleMania, if you will, of the Marvel movies. It was like the final showdown. You're seeing everybody working together to overcome this great threat, and so beautifully done. It was the only movie that I can recall in recent history. I went back and watched it in the theater 3 separate occasions.
Damn.
And the last time I did that was probably for a movie in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like going back again and again and again to watch it, you know. I fucking love it, man. It was great.
One of the things that I think sets that one apart is that they get fucked up in the end. They lose. And they don't lose. No. They don't just lose. They get destroyed.
Exactly. Right. He was fighting down.
Like, bro, I loved it. When Peter Parker starts fading away, you're like, what the fuck? We're losing Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Like it goes hard on that point. And when the movie ends and the first time you see it, you're like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to feel right now?
It's the ultimate cliffhanger, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Empire Strikes Back, how that ended. You're like, oh shit, they're all fucked. Han Solo's captured. He's in prison. Carbonite. Everything's fucked.
Like, shit, no, you're right, man.
That's how it ended, and you're like, oh shit, I can't wait to the next one. Fuck that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, man. And then when he fucking hits him with the fucking storm, and he hits him with the storm,
the storm.
And then he was like, he's like, you should have went for the head and snapped his fingers. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
When Thor shows up in that movie, when he gets the Stormbreaker, and it fucking drops and it starts chopping up the field and shit of all them motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, right.
Talk about goosebumps and shit. Do you know what I mean?
The only thing I gotta say, and hopefully this doesn't start a huge debate. Part 2 dipped for me, man. Like the whole time travel shit. I was just like, it just didn't have the impact. You know, like I give part 2 probably like a 6 out of 10 or something. Maybe a 7 at the most. But the first one, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Man. It's a fucking great film.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the best movies. When I saw that in theaters, I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it, Manny, with the packed house?
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
anytime a scene popped off where something big happened, it was like John Cena was coming out.
Yeah.
Like everyone was fucking clapping their asses off. They were fucking doing their thing. Like, you know, when the train's passing by, when they're getting fucked up when Vision and whatever, and then Cap standing there. Like, you should have seen them erupt. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is a movie theater. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just seeing them all together, the way the movie ended, the story, like once it starts, it's just going. You know what I'm saying? It's just going and going. I think Infinity War, no matter what, is the greatest comic book movie of all time. And bro, you could pop it in right now. You're gonna enjoy watching it with Thor,
I agree.
Black Panther. Like, it's just, that's fucking one of the best movies.
Doctor Strange, just seeing them like using their powers like together to do fucking shit. Like, they're using their powers combined to do fucking attacks that you would never fucking expect, you know. It's just wonderful.
When Spider-Man jumps off the bus and shit to go help him, and he's once again, I'm gonna shut the fuck up because I'm gonna go off on this shit.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
Hey,
man, number 6, Infinity War.
I like when Peter Parker does he does the referral to the old school movies, and he's talking about, have you ever seen the movie Alien? And then he was like, fucking Tony Stark was like, what? And then when they did the deal, and he was like, the kids watch more 80 movies than you, and he just said fucking boom, and he fucking flies out to outer space and crystallizes and shit. I was like, fuck yeah, that's what's up. And shit, yeah, that was tight, man. I like that. I like that shit. That was a great pick, man. Good pick, bro.
All right, that was number 6, Infinity. Now we go to Jump for number 6.
All right, number 6 is basically again a franchise, if you will. It's the Mad Max franchise. Now, Mad Max has got the best, bar none, car fucking battle scenes that you will ever witness in cinematic history. So beautifully filmed, all 3 of them. And I love the story because the first movie came out, Mad Max, in 1979. I love the fucking story because in Mad Max 1, he's a family man. He's got his wife and child. You know, he's kind of like their equivalent. It's a post-apocalyptic world after the bomb. Everything's destroyed. Civilization's just trying to get by. There's fucking marauders and gangs out there. It's all about whoever controls the gas has the power. they're trying to fucking get the gas so they can keep their vehicles running to terrorize the fucking population. Anyway, he plays like a law guy in the film in this one settlement. His wife and child get brutally killed, and you see the light switch in his head. He goes from like, you know, he becomes almost a villain in his and he goes out for revenge, like in the worst kind of way. You know, he's just doesn't give a fuck if he dies. There in each one of the films, he has this look. I can show you in the film where he has like this 1,000-yard stare where he's just looking at somebody. You could just tell he's not there, like he's looking past all that. It's so powerful, this film, and it's so realistic because in the first movie he gets shot in the leg. In all the future movies, he's got a leg brace on and he's got a limp. Like he carries that injury through all three of the movies.
Yeah.
Who else? What other fucking films do that shit? They get shot and then the 10 minutes later they're up running around like it ain't shit. Like this movie just the way it was written, it's the story and the direction was by George Miller. He did all 4 movies. Fucking phenomenal writing, phenomenal characters, phenomenal action scenes. There's lines in this that I use to this day. The precious juice was hidden in the vehicles. All the fucking thing, I still use it to this day. I've watched these movies so many times. Beyond Thunderdome, The Road Warriors, even the new one, which I like the original ones better. The new one is still good though, and it's highly regarded as a modern day classic. The new one that came out. If you've never seen the Mad Max movies, I highly recommend watching them from beginning to end. Like just watch all of them because it's an ongoing story. And then again, here's a great character in part 2. Like he's up on a hilltop. He wants to get into this compound because the compound is pumping gas. He wants the gas. So he sees a car come out of the compound. These bandits come in. The car crashes. He's watching as they're raping the girl and they're fucking brutalizing the guy. And he's waiting for the moment. Finally, most of them leave. There's only a couple left. That's when he comes down because he's not a good character, right? He's a shell of his former self.
Exactly.
He portrays that through the film. He rescues them, but only to get in the compound to get the gas. You know what I mean? It's all about what he can do for himself. He doesn't really care anymore. You know what I mean? And it just, he plays that role so beautifully. He hardly any words need to be spoken, right? In the film, like he doesn't speak a lot. And I get it. Mel Gibson nowadays, people are hating on him and all that. I have a hard time dismissing somebody's craft or what they've given or what they contributed, you know, because I've had this conversation before. Like when you look at I believe I can fly. I can believe I can. R. Kelly. When you look at R. Kelly, can you hate on his music? You know, that's a whole nother debate, maybe for a whole nother podcast, but can you hate? Can you just dismiss all the wonderful music that did because of the crimes he committed? Like, you know what I mean? And there's a debate on it. Some people are like, I don't give a fuck. I'm still listening. Other people are like, fuck him and everything he's ever did. He's shit now.
Little did we know though, but R. Kelly did the whole soundtrack to The Vow.
I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe
it. Man, he's like, yo, what the hell?
I was like, damn, that was a fucking egg Easter egg, cabrón. That was an Easter egg.
So in Mad Max, I want to say this: in Mad Max 2 and 3, there's a moment in the film where it looks like he's gonna die. And I fucking love the way they captured it. You see him like racing toward insurmountable odds, you know, and he's like, he's got a death wish. You could tell he doesn't really fucking care if he dies, right? And he doesn't ever have to say that in words. It's just his actions, the way he looks, you see it. He doesn't care. And that 1,000-yard stare I was talking about, I can fucking show you in the film. When it happens, it's so deep. The way he looks, they just captured it perfectly. He's heading off to certain death, and he doesn't fucking give a fuck. And I love that. I love the character, the depth of it. Anyway, I'm sorry. Mad Max franchise. I'm sorry for rattling on. I love this film. I love these films so fucking much.
Right.
And they resonate to my very core, to my fucking soul. I just think they're masterpieces, all of them. So and thank you for everybody involved.
So to me, one of my favorite type of movies is movies like Mad Max, which is, they call them post-apocalyptic, right?
Yeah.
Like Fist of the North Star shit, right? If you ever see Fist of the North Star. Mad Max, when Blu-rays first got dropped, Mad Max collection was one of the first fucking Blu-rays I bought. I fucking love those Mad Max movies. And it's kind of like one, and to the others, it evolves into something else, right? Kind of like the way Rambo. Like First Blood is not like 2, 3, and the rest, right? They're kind of different, but they're fucking dope. They're still the shit. Mad Max kind of took that turn, but in a beautiful way. But man, I don't know, if you've never seen Mad Max, you got to get on that shit, man. Like straight up.
Yeah.
And that new one,
the new one
from release date was legendary, because that's how dope the Mad Max story is. That's how dope those characters are. That's how
I was happy they're continuing them, you know.
Oh man,
continuing.
That I didn't want it to end. When it ended, I was bummed. I was like, "Why the fuck's this movie ending? I want more."
My all-time favorite though is the Road Warriors. So the Road Warriors is if you're gonna see one, the Road Warrior would be my all-time recommendation for the film. But it'll mean so much more if you do watch the first one, because you get to see the character development of how he became that way. You get to see the whole story. And Mad Max 1 is an old fucking film, man. Yeah. But man, is it an adrenaline race? Fucking, like when you watch it, I mean, it's so old. The film looks old, everything. But
and it works
still. It's still high octane, just crazy, like just shit happening, crashes, car chases, the close-ups on the grill going down to the wheel. You just get the sensation of like momentum and movement and the power of the vehicles. I mean, the way it's filmed is a master fucking piece. It really is.
Especially the way they did it during that time. You know what I'm saying? This is back in the day before they had all this new CGI and
none of that in these films, right? No CGI.
The stunt work on that fucking movie, like the stunt work where they had to put the cameras on the cars. That took some fucking work. You know what I mean? That took some shit, but whatever they did, it killed. And they did the right thing, right?
All I gotta say is this, and we can move on to Ash, is I'm fucking pissed, man.
What?
Fucking Jump Steady ain't got one movie that I can fucking hate on so far, man. we got to 6 already. He ain't got one hate on, man. Come on, bro. You can. Damn. I was like, give me one. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Ash, number 6, baby.
All right, number 6, dude, I think is the funniest movie ever fucking made, bro. It has to be. And I know there's Eddie Murphy and shit, but man, my number 6 is Dumb and Dumber, bro. The first one.
Fuck
ultimate rewatchable movie.
Yeah, dude.
You can watch that 1,000 times.
100%.
Man, I can't stand that movie. I'll be honest. I can't be honest. I'll be honest.
Are you playing?
What's the most annoying noise?
No. Okay. Yes.
I'm just like,
dude, let me tell him something.
I think Manny's trying to get you back for the vow. That's what's going on.
I know. Yeah, he's trying but failing. He's failing miserably.
He did it himself, though. He did it himself. All the viewers right now are looking at their phone like, what the fuck? First Manny did the vow, and now Ash has got fucking Dumb and Dumber on there.
Oh no, Manny.
Dumb and Dumber is legit. Dude, on that scene where he's talking about, that shit makes me laugh because they got him to the point where he's gonna murder them, remember? He's all they stop for the people.
Oh shit.
You know what?
Oh my god.
I was just talking about Dumb and Dumber. And it's got one of my favorite movie scenes of all time. And it's when he's driving away and he's looking at the girl. And he does that goodbye, my love.
Yeah.
And he fucking wrecks.
The girl was hot. The girl was hot.
Top level shit, man.
Man, she was banging. She was banging.
I use that line all the time. So you're saying there's a chance? She's like, if you're the last person on earth, even then there would only be 1 in 10 million chance I would ever get with you. And he looks all happy. He perks up. And he's like, so you're saying there's a chance?
Oh, his look.
He told the blind kid that pigeon, that parrot with the head knocked off, and he taped it, and he's petting it. Hey, birdie. Hey, birdie. I'm like,
our heads are falling off.
When the girl's watching the report on that, and she's like, who the fuck are these people? And it's like, they're in your fucking bathroom taking a shit right now. You know what I mean?
I mean, let's give it up to Jim. Let's give it up to Jim Carrey, because he's one of the best. He's one of the best of best. Put out a whole slew of great films, and he recently said, he retired recently, and he said that in the interview, he was talking to this lady, and he said, I did enough, I am enough. Yeah. And he dropped the fucking mic basically, and that was it. You know what I mean? Wow. It's true, man. He did enough, and he is enough, man. You know what? He freaked it as hard as you can in the movie game. You know what I mean?
Man, definitely.
Yeah.
I read this shit online. I don't know if it's 100% true, but I believe it. They say that Jim Carrey has the most lines of any actor ever.
Damn.
Oh shit, maybe
said on screen. They say that Jim Carrey has said the most lines in any actor.
Does that include like his TV, like in Living Color and all that?
I don't know, but that's what they said, that he's got the most lines, and they had the count and everything. I can't remember the count, but they're saying that Jim Carrey has the most lines out of everyone, which I'm like, damn, bro, you're killing it.
Because
Denzel and Robert De Niro.
But when you look at like Cable Guy and shit, like he's rattling, you know what I'm saying? Like you can tell that shit isn't all memorized. He's just fucking going off the cuff, and he's just, you know what I mean? That's probably why, because his characters, they're all like that. They kind of fucking ramble and talk a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up, Manny.
High energy.
Manny, so when he starts choking him, because he had the extra pair of gloves on the whole time, and he's freaking out and shit, but you think he's screaming because he's getting choked, but he's actually screaming because his hands are freezing. You don't think that shit's funny?
I'm not saying
that. Manny.
Bro, I'm just saying, maybe it ain't my type of comedy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
All Manny's saying, replace Jim Carrey with Tatum Chatham. That's what he's trying to tell you. And then it would have been fucking gold.
Yo, he watched. Have you seen the end? Have you seen the end with?
Yeah.
Exactly.
When what's the name brings up Channing Tatum in the chain on his neck, man, he was like, "This is what the fuck I'm talking about."
And I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is going to give us a little bit of break. We're going to wrap up for right now, and we're going to finish up our top five. So check this out. Next week, we're going to finish our top five, but we're going to continue right now. And it's 5, baby. Top 5. We're coming down to the end, to the wire. Who's got them bangers?
We got Channing, we got Tatum.
Hold on.
The ball's already
Meanwhile, Manny's gonna be tweaking his list, man. 100%.
Watch the comments come back hard. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? The Val's the greatest.
All right. But all right, man. Give a thumbs up if you know what's up, and give a thumbs down if you're down. Peace.
Talk hitters are shit.